What's up, guys? Quantrix02 here with another edition of What's New. And I decided to take the time out because I haven't really talked that much about Impact Wrestling. I'll talk a little Impact Wrestling. I haven't watched over the last 2 weeks, but I did watch last night, and it was an okay show. And we all know that BFG, aka Bound for Glory, is this Sunday. That is Impact Wrestling's equivalent to WWE's WrestleMania. They will be having the show, the fan access, I'm not sure what it's called, but like WrestleMania access, TNA Impact access, and the first ever inductee into the Hall of Fame, which is Sting. And the show has a pretty okay card. I mean, I'm gonna do a rundown real quick. There's the Women's Championship, or the Knockouts Championship match between Miss Tessmacher and Tara, aka Victoria, for those WWE marks. Both girls, we already know what Tara can do. She's a great wrestler, and it's great that she's playing a heel again, because that's what she was best at, as being a heel diva or knockout, whatever. And Miss Tessmacher is seeming to be trying to make her into the next, face of the division in TNA. And they're doing a good job so far. Miss Tessmacher has come a long way. Brooke Tessmacher has stepped up. She has stepped up to the plate, and she's improved in that ring. So I think she really deserves this match at Bound for Glory. So I'm happy that she's getting that. Then there's Samoa Joe versus Magnus, which I really don't care for Magnus. I really don't care for this feud. They were a tag team. They were a decent tag team. They're facing each other for the the global TV, whatever they're calling it now. That championship, the mid-card championship. Yeah, but it's cool to see Joe. I love seeing Joe whenever I can see him. So I'll take the match. Hopefully Joe walks out with the championship, and it ended up being a decent match. Magnus is a decent worker, but I don't really care for him that much. What else do they have? Let's see. Joey Ryan versus Al Snow. It's a pretty interesting matchup right here. You get to see at least maybe the first time Al Snow has wrestled in TNA. I'm not sure. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. I don't know. I think it is though. Al Snow would be going against Joey Ryan, who's been trying to get a contract in TNA because when they have the gut check, when he was on gut check, they said he wasn't good enough and he wouldn't accept it, and he's been going in and out of TNA, attacking people and trying to get their attention, and he's got on Al Snow's skin. So Al Snow says he's gonna kick his ass and give him a 1-day contract to kick his ass and have him leaving TNA. But if Joey Ryan does win, he will have a contract with Impact Wrestling, which my prediction is that he will, because Joey Ryan, haven't seen that much of him, but he definitely has a lot of charisma, I'll tell you that much, with that nice Rico Suave beard he has going on. Then there is the triple threat tag team championship match, which has I think Chavo Guerrero, Chavo and Hernandez versus the World Tag Team Champions of the World, Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, versus the only Olympic gold medalist in wrestling history, Kurt Angle, and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. This may be the match of the night. It could be. We already seen what Daniels, Cass, and Angle and AJ could do. We've seen that on pay-per-view, and both matches were phenomenal. They were probably the top matches on those cards for those pay-per-views. And you had Hernandez in there, who we haven't seen that much of Hernandez in a while, but we know that he's a great big man wrestler. He can do some crazy stuff. That's the reason why they called him Super Mex. And Chavo Guerrero, we already know his legacy. We already know his legacy and his family. And we've seen his wrestling ability time in and time out on WWE television. and we get to see him on the big stage in TNA. So it should be very, very interesting. I'm guessing that the World Tag Team Champions of the World will retain the titles for Bound for Glory. I don't really see this Daniels and Kurt Angle taking up any longer, and I don't see Chavo and Hernandez being the champions. But then again, who knows? Hernandez did pretty much beat AJ clean on Impact Wrestling with a shoulder block, a pounce-like shoulder block, so you never know. Then it was on to the Stinger and Bully Ray versus Aces and Eights, which is probably the most interesting story on TNA. They have done some crazy stuff. Like, I didn't even know until yesterday, but it was so hilarious. I guess they kidnapped God, what is this? I don't even know his name. It's his actual name, but Abyss. Abyss is his brother. They kidnapped him, and they showed him in the bag. They gave him like some food. He was in there like eating, like it's like looked like he hasn't eaten months. It's it was really funny. But the whole story is Hulk Hogan didn't trust Bubba Ray. He wanted to find somebody. Or Bully Ray. He didn't trust him. To take out with Sting. He was trying to find somebody who can fight Aces and Eights with Sting, and ended up being Bully Ray and Sting. And we all know they don't like each other, but they're gonna come together for one common cause, and that's to take out Aces and Eights. Hopefully, we get to see who's under those masks. I have a few guesses, but I'm gonna keep it to myself till after Bound for Glory. What else is there? There is also let me see. Oh yeah, RVD made last night. RVD versus Fat Boy. I don't know his name. Guy with the hair. Zima Ion. Yeah, Zima him. Hairspray guy. They had an X Division Championship matchup between RVD and him, and it should be a pretty good match. Zima is a great wrestler. He just look is just questionable to me. He looks like he's not. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, him versus RVD. RVD first match in the X Division. Hopefully wins the title, and we can see him in some X Division like matches. Possibly could happen. But yeah, I feel that RVD is gonna kick this guy's butt, but at the same time, Zima could win. Cause I know that there's still. I feel that he is just Zima's just a holder. He's gonna hold on to that title until Jesse Sorensen comes back. He's gonna put Sorensen over, and Sorensen's gonna be a big star in the X Division for a while. I feel that happening. Then there is what I could say to be the semi-main event between former Beer Money buddies, Bobby Roode, and Cowboy James Storms. And yeah, we already know what these guys can do. We've seen them, former world champions, probably top tier guys in the company. So they're gonna have a phenomenal matchup. One of the best on the card. The big thing is to have what's his name there, King Mo. What is it, Bellator? Mixed martial arts fighting. Former champion or something like that. I don't know, but I know he's been training to be a TNA wrestler, and now he's doing MMA and gonna do TNA. So he's gonna be like the special enforcer, kind of like. I guess that's kind of like what Mike Tyson did in the '90s at WrestleMania 14 with DX and Stone Cold. And it's probably going to end up being something like that. And I can see them trying to copy that idea, because that was an awesome idea, and it pretty much changed things from there on out. He was a very big impact on that show, but there's no way that King. I mean, I don't really know who King Mo is. He doesn't have the star power as Mike Tyson, so I don't see it being, him being that much of a great impact on that match. But nonetheless, it's going to be a great match. And I'm going with Bobby Roode come out. Actually, no. Change that. James Storm. like King Mo's gonna help him some kind of way. So James Storm walks out the winner at Bound for Glory. Then it is the main event between the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries. Now, this is funny because last week they've been saying that he wanted everything that Jeff Hardy has. Jeff Hardy has the huge fan base. That's been the story of this matchup. But then they completely flipped the switch before TNA went off. And I don't know if Austin Aries went heel or not, but he pretty much said he didn't want all that. He just shows that he's the best, and Jeff Hardy just he gets everything that he wants, and he doesn't deserve it. Austin Aries been working hard to do this, do that, and the other. So he wants to pretty much kick his ass, and he said, how about he told Jeff Hardy to say hi to the fans and all that stuff, and get out my ring so I can bask in my glory as the world's champion. Jeff leaves the ring. He starts kicking his ass. He starts beating him down, man. Kick, punches, everything, the brain buster on the floor, and that's the end of Impact. So now that I guess it completely is a heel versus face main event at Bound for Glory. And now I kind of can see Jeff Hardy walking out with the TNA Championship. They've been trying to build Jeff Hardy up in the company for an entire year. From his, he had his big low points with the championship when he last held it. And now they're trying to, he's redeemed himself, and now he's trying to, be the guy again. So I feel like Jeff Hardy will come out champion at Bound for Glory. Then there's the Hall of Fame, and Christian's going to be there, and the fan access thing. A lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff happening for TNA. I'd be excited if I was a real TNA fan. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching the pay-per-view this Sunday. So what are your thoughts, guys? What do you think of Bound for Glory? Do you think it's gonna be a good show or what? Let me know below. Like I always say, subscribe, comment, rate. Oh yeah, I got this too. Hold on. This baby right here, best in the world, CM Punk. Definitely will be doing maybe a review on this after I watch it all later. So yeah, guys, comment, rate, subscribe. Got some stuff coming up soon. See you later. Stay gold.